Good day, everyone. I'm Amina Liman and I'm here in front of you to discuss the social evils of Rizal time. However, before we start the discussion, let me first give you some insight into what happened during the 19th century of the Spanish colonial government. In the 19th century, the King of Spain was the highest person who held authority. Now, the next in line is the Governor General or the Gobernador General. The Gobernador General is the second in command of the King of Spain since the King of Spain cannot leave his country. Therefore, he has a representative to rule the colony. Prior to having three social statuses in the Philippines, the first one is the highest class. So, there are three. Of course, there are three. So that those three are the highest class, the middle class, and the lowest class. So the highest class consists of the Spanish officials, the peninsulares, and the friars. So the next is the middle class. The middle class consists of native Filipinos. So who are these native Filipinos? These are the native Filipinos who have a lot of properties or what they call rich people. And the mestizos. So who are the mestizos? So the mestizos are those people who is a mixed blood. Like for example, they are half Spanish or Chinese or half Filipino, 1/4 Chinese and 1/4 Spanish. And the last one is the lowest class. Lowest class are the Indios. They are pure Filipino. Maybe these Indios don't have any properties or technically they don't have properties that doesn't meet the standard or the qualification of being part of the middle class. So and during the during the Spanish colonization, Indios have mastered the master and slave relationship. Therefore, the lowest class are the Indios who are forced to do harsh labor. So, there is evils. So, there are evils conducted during the time of Dr. Jose Rizal. So, the time of Dr. Jose Rizal is the 19th century. So, number one is the instability of colonial administration. Number two is the corrupt colonial officials. So, corruption already exists during the 19th century. Now, number three is the Philippine representation in Spanish Cortes. Number four, human rights denied to Filipinos. Number five, no equality before the law. And number six, the maladministration of justice. Number seven is the racial discrimination. Number 8, philocracy. And number 9 is the forced labor. Indeed. And number 10 is the haciendas owned by the friars. So, take note everyone, not all friars are bad. Okay? Since I think some of you or a lot of students think that the friar during the Spanish period are bad. But no. Okay? Not all. Because during based on the novel of Dr. Jose Rizal wrote, Padre Damaso is a harsh friar. But in reality, it's not all friars are bad. So, number 11 is the Guardia Civil. So now, let's get down to business. The denial of basic human rights to Filipinos during the Rizal era is the social evil I choose. Filipinos were denied basic human rights such as freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of association, and the like, because cedula was the embodiment of the Spaniard tyranny in the country. The symbolic cry of Pugad Lawin was a way to fight their oppression. The purpose of cedula during the Spanish colonial rule served as a reminder of Spain's oppression of Filipinos who were labeled as Indios. Throughout the Spaniards' 300-year reign, it is a piece of paper that represents the oppression of the Spaniards. and shredding it signifies the beginning of our fight. So as if you watch the movie of Andres Bonifacio, he shouted that punitin ang sedula. So if you shred the sedula, it signifies the beginning of our fight for the freedom and independence. It is independent. So it is an identification card, and a home tax certificate were required to be carried at all times during the Spanish colonial period. The Guardia Civil has the authority to arrest and imprison anyone who fails to provide their cedula. But today's purpose of cedula is a document that Filipino receive after paying a residence tax. The cedula is now one of the most important prerequisites for most government transactions now. It can also be used as legitimate identification for people and businesses who live or work in the same municipality as the one where it was obtained. Now, La Solidaridad, on the other hand, is an example of this being refuted. However, it failed and was seized in its mail because the Spanish court did not agree with its demand. In addition to its faulty foundation during the 19th century, Spaniards fought hard to ensure that human rights were respected and safeguarded. The Filipino were perplexed as to why Spaniards who believed in sacred rights as men would deny them the same rights. Indeed, then Sinibaldo shared the Filipino feelings and sympathized with them. Now, Rizal asserted for the respect and recognition of human rights as critical to promoting social harmony. His observation and experiences prompted Filipino to work for the recognition. So, obscurantism and fanaticism, as well as oppression and superstitions, have never bound or will ever tie people. On the other side, liberty, rights, and love unite diverse racers around a common goal, a single aspiration, and a single destiny. So, what happened before makes Dr. Jose Rizal really indeed impact of Dr. Jose Rizal of making our hero. So, everyone, thank you for watching. I am Amina Aliman, and have a nice day.